Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to another YouTube video. I am in my powerlifting competition prep. This is my 13th powerlifting competition, but my first one since having a baby 7 months ago. I'm going to take you through a full lower body day. So it's my primary squat, secondary deadlift day. The main goal of the week was backing off on deadlifts and hopefully fixing my deadlifts because deadlifts have been the most finicky lift the entire competition prep. But anyways, let's just go ahead and hop right into the workout. Pause acclimation single. Not sure how that was in comparison to last week. I'll have to compare it. Feeling like super depleted today. I hit a low body weight of 141.6. I've literally never weighed this light since 2019. So even though I'm eating like a ton, the weight's just like falling off with breastfeeding and how many calories you consume doing that. So my top actual comp set is 3 reps, same weight. So hopefully this moves better than it did last week. Last week I had a 2x2 it this week. So that was my top set of 3 at 220, and these are my back offs, 3 sets of 5, comp squat at 195. Sometimes it's not about adding more weight every week. Sometimes it's about moving more reps with the same weight, or just moving the same weight, same rep range for more volume. So adding an extra set, or just doing the same amount of volume, but moving it faster at a lower RPE, more reps and reserve. So there's lots of different ways to progress, and it's not always about just pushing your body to the utter brink of failure. My peaking block is coming up. I have 1 more week after this week, but for now, just keeping it conservative. All right, that was my 3rd back off set of 5 after the top triple. Now on to hyper. This is the make or break time during the workout, about that 40-minute mark where she just started wiggling around. I think she put herself back to sleep. So fingers crossed I could finish the rest of this workout. Second back off set of 6 high bar, and now I'm done with squats. And I didn't think I was gonna make it to this point. I thought for sure she's gonna wake up because like the last 5 workouts that I've done at home have been interrupted. But I'm gonna do something really risky. I'm gonna deadlift in my home gym, so I'm gonna have to be really quiet with the descent so that it doesn't wake her up. But even then, we're 50 minutes, a little bit over 50 minutes into her nap. So even if she wakes up, it's like longer than her naps have been lately. So wish me luck. Just popping in real quickly to explain the goal of my deadlift for the day. So I was working up to a 3x3 at RP5, 275 pounds. And I was just doing singles here, 225, 245, and 265 to warm up because I was already warm up from squats. And I also didn't want to make a lot of noise. My front door, aka part of my home gym. I'm so shocked that this hasn't woken her up. She's like wiggled around a little bit, but she's gone right back to sleep. I warmed up with just singles just to keep it as quiet as possible, but I'm not going to try to do like a tempo descent on my sets of 3 because that'd probably hurt myself if I'm not used to doing that. Really just doing some light pauses. My coach, Kristen, she took out my accessories, so I don't have reverse lunges and I don't have dumbbell RDLs, and I just have some pause deadlifts because my deadlifts have been in a funk. So hopefully this helps when I get to my primary day. 2 more days, and then my primary deadlift day on Tuesday. It's Saturday now. So I'm just going to start by showing my first 2 sets of 3 pause at 275. Again, the goal was RPE 5, so super, super light. I really, really love pause reps for anything, but especially when you're in a funk. And deadlifts, you are forced to get into a proper position because you're not going to be paused in a position that's disadvantageous for your back. You're going to have to fix it before you go back up. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to pause the rep or you're going to hurt yourself. So hopefully this can help me get locked back in, and then when I get to my primary day, I can use aggression and pull some heavy weight. Last week I only did 2 reps at 315 and it was really grindy, so hopefully a little bit heavier and a lot smoother for this primary day. Some wiggles, but I think she's down. Last set, and then I'm gonna go check on her. She's definitely up. Hi Layla. Hi baby, I'll be there in 1 minute. Hi baby, I'm coming right up. All done with deadlifts, I did it. She actually got her full 1.5 hour nap, so nothing was lost. I finished all my squats and deadlifts in 1.5 hours. That's pretty good. I haven't had a squat and deadlift combo day since probably 2017, but like I said, hopefully it carries over to my primary deadlift day. I just have 3 sets of core and I'm gonna play with her in between each of the sets. And then yeah, pretty much got it all done. Hi Layla. Hi baby. Hi Pretzel. Pretzel, go watch Sissy. I got 3 sets. Just gonna do a quick voiceover wrap up to discuss just overall how the workout went. So as I mentioned, I was doing kind of the same weights as I did in week 2, week 3. I was feeling a little bit more fatigued and depleted today, like I mentioned at the beginning, but I still got everything done and I still got more volume pushed out at the same amount of weights, which was definitely a win. Sometimes you're not going to feel great, you're not going to feel perfect every single workout, but you just kind of have to keep pushing through in comp prep to an extent. And then the deadlift, the extra deadlift volume, felt really, really good, so I'm excited for primary deadlifts. Hi, baby! Hi, Lena! Are you seated up on a way? I have my pack and play right next to the gym, so it's super helpful if I need to finish up like a couple exercises while she's here. Hi, baby. I love you. Oh my goodness. And lastly, just a very, very quick bench update. Bench is still by far my best lift of competition prep. It's been the most steady and consistent, and probably because it's been the most conservative. I haven't really pushed any high RPs yet, so my technique has been getting better and better each week with my technique changes that I've made. So that was my top double at 140 on my primary day, and then I had 2 singles at 145. Everything felt really easy. I'm feeling locked in for hopefully 159, only 2.5 kilos under my pre-pregnancy bench max. So after this bench day, I had 1 rest day, and then I hopped into my primary deadlift day, and it did overall, I feel like it went better than the week before. The goal was to not get myself super fatigued and burnt out and not push out anything too crazy. I wasn't supposed to exceed an RP 7, so I just did 2 reps at 305. The week before I did 2 reps at 315, but it was an overshoot in RPE, so that's kind of something you have to regulate throughout the training block. Even if your RPE may have been lower in a previous week, you have to go based on the day and where you're at that day. It's not always about pushing out more weight. Sometimes it's about just finding yourself where you're at, and then maybe you can focus more on the back off volume, which I did on this day. So the week before I only did 1 back off set of 3 at 285, and this week I was able to do 3 sets of 3 back off at 285. So overall I felt like that was a win, and then I did more weight on my pause deadlifts. Instead of a 2x5 at 255 pause, I did 2x5 at 260 pause. So hopefully this leaves me feeling in a good spot for week 4 to push out something that's actually exciting and puts me in a good place mentally to feel like I can pull something good on competition day. But I'm excited to see where I'm at next week. I might even try doing my deadlifts day first next week to see if that helps. But anyways, let's just hop into the rest of the video. All right, that is all for today's YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what else you want me to talk about in future videos throughout the rest of this competition prep series. gonna do some more, hopefully workout talk throughs and some other topical fitness videos as well. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.